Thanks, Scott. Well, this is Firehouse Friday in Des Peres. The city of Des Peres formed its safety department in 1962. And the unusual thing about Des Peres is that police, fire, and EMS are all one. Most of the 44 full-time officers and 8 civilian personnel are qualified firefighters, certified police officers, and licensed paramedics or emergency medical technicians. They work 24-hour shifts, and 8 of those are as police officers.
So here's one prime example of this triple threat. It's Des Peres Public Safety Officer Dan O'Connor. O'Connor is a corporal with the police department here, but when he's not out patrolling the streets and catching the bad guys in Des Peres, he's also putting out fires here. Literally, look at this. O'Connor, also a captain with the fire department in Des Peres, and as though that's not enough, look at this. Dan O'Connor is also an EMT. Saving lives and fighting crime, and that's just the way it is for almost all of the 44 public safety officers here in Des Peres. It may seem confusing to some, but O'Connor says you get used to it.
After a while, it becomes second nature. You just roll up to the scene and become what you need to be at the time. If it's a police incident, you're the police officer. If somebody needs medical assistance, you start performing first aid, and fire, same thing. You start sizing up the scene and get the crews with the proper equipment to roll in.
So it may seem dizzying to some, Jennifer.
It does.
But I was asking Dan, and he said it's interesting because it's not for everybody. Because some people, they're great firefighters, they have no problem running into a burning building, but they're not comfortable carrying a gun. Same thing, vice versa. Some people make great police officers, but they don't want any business. So I mean, think of all the skill sets you have to have.
Well, I think the people who do all 3 should get 3 salaries. But Mayor Lahr tells me that's not the case. But thank you anyway for joining us so early, Mayor.
I'm glad to be with you this morning, and thank you for being in Des Peres.
Now, Pat was telling me there are 9,000 city residents, but many more people are here during the day because of all the businesses?
That's true. We're a little bit like Clayton, actually, because our population grows enormously during the daytime. Our business community is very large, very vibrant, and so we have a lot of daytime residents and about 9,000 residential residents.
So public service runs in your family. We have a photograph of your father. Tell us about this.
It kind of does. My dad years ago was an alderman in Des Peres for many years, and I've kind of followed in his footsteps.
Well, I was reading there's a Germanic influence in Des Peres, and that it was once known as the City of Flowers. I have come to nurseries here. Are there still a lot of nurseries in Des Peres?
Unfortunately, there's not a lot. The Tomasovic nursery is still around. We had the Deutschman nursery and Honors and many others. So yeah, the City of Flowers is a long, proud tradition in the Des Peres community.
What's your favorite restaurant?
As mayor, probably wouldn't be appropriate to designate one, but thank you for asking. We do have a vibrant restaurant community, restaurant village in West County Mall, and of course the old landmark, the Village Bar.
Yes, and we have more on the Village Bar coming up later in this program. That's been popular for so long.
Yes, absolutely.
Mayor Lahr, thank you very much for joining us. Have you been to the Village Bar?
No, but I heard a lot of big talk about it this week.
It's a St. Louis institution.
I got to get over there. And I got to give you credit, Jennifer. You always ask these mayors their favorite restaurant, and they almost never answer.
I know. So disappointing.
It always turns into Meet the Press for a minute there. You're holding their feet
You mean
to the
for
fire.
half a second?
That's right.
I'm too polite for Meet the Press.
That's right. Okay, well.